Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, now that the comments are back on, we are assured of one thing. Lots of advice, lots of suggestions. And I made a list here of the kind of things that come up regularly. As you know, Beth has her own channel, and she likes to talk her own language. And she does that in Visayan or Tagalog. And someone has demanded English, please. With what with what I've come to think of as the unawareness of people, especially on our site now, because everything is in English as far as I'm concerned. And they have forgotten where they are. They're in the Philippines. And this video, this channel is focused a great deal on meeting some of the needs, emotional, spiritual and otherwise, lack of being at home of OFWs. And we have made great efforts to reach out to OFWs and show them things which they are missing, which we know that they are missing terribly. So English, please. No, you'll have to listen to the language of the land, and the language of our particular piece of the land is Visayan. So you got to put up with it and listen to it as if you were here. And I'm going to do a video later about the effect of being an expat, a foreigner, not speaking the language, and what life is like when you're actually in families and communities that are not catering to you, like, say, the person at the bank who speaks probably excellent English and deals with your inquiries as if you were at home. But that's another thing. Let me just go through the list. So it says, one is, let haters, or they called them bashers, let them speak, but let them make their criticisms, let them do what they do. We don't call them bashers, we call them haters. And that is those whose emphasis, whose goal is to cause disturbance and upset and just keep needling whoever is on the video, whether it be ours, whether it be another channel or anything. So right from the start we made a simple decision. We said we're not going to have that. And my joking, tongue-in-cheek way of looking at that and describing it is by saying that I don't have a target on my chest, so I'm not here for you to take pot shots at. The other thing was that what we find, and it's not hard to work out how this happens, but if you were having a party, would you invite people who were at odds and critical and mean about you and your life? Would you invite them? I think not. Not unless you were some professionally motivated host or hostess and inviting people who were not directly there to meet your needs of pleasure, of sociability, but to interact with each other. So you might possibly invite someone who was not someone that you would care to be stuck in a lift with, but that some other part of your party, some other member, might get on very, very well with. Well, we don't have that. We have the luxury, by virtue of it being our channel, of deciding that we're not going to go that way. We're not going to have the negativity that comes from this. We're going to keep it positive. We're going to keep it pleasant. We're going to keep it feel good. That's it on that. So if you come on just to cause trouble, it won't last. So The other was, don't mention YouTube, that you earn any money from it. Well, you can't be busted for telling the truth, and if you tell the truth is what is. The truth is what's there, what's happening, and people are not so stupid that you should disregard their ability to know, well, you must be doing it for something other than just the reward of perhaps hearing yourself talk, as some people would say. So we try to say it like it is. Don't post so many videos. Someone who described himself as a businessman, and obviously was an intelligent writer of a good comment, or a good message, I think it was, said that the idea of posting lots of videos did not seem to him to be a good one. And he'd spoken to his friends about this, and what did they think about? His question, I think, was, what do you think about the idea of posting lots of short videos on the same subject? Well, the videos that we post that are on the same subject are usually pieces of conversation with our guests, with people that come to visit us, that know about us and have interesting lives. We're interested in them, and we find generally that other people are. Is it one conversation? No, it's not. So therefore, other shorter videos make sense to us. Now, how do we arrive at the conclusion that we're doing the right thing? Well, our increase in subs for this last month was over 9,000. We gathered the loyalties of another 9,000 new subscribers. So we figured, without fear of being accused of immodesty or false modesty or bragging, that we must be doing something right. My own maxim for how I look at what we do, how I try to guide the site along with Beth. We are equal partners. Make no mistake about that. We're equal partners, and Beth handles a part of it and I handle another, and we work together. Now, we both agree that the longer videos with the power of our signal are almost impractical. Now, having said that, I indulge myself, and some of the subjects that I deal with just seem to me to be impossible to get over in 10 minutes. Now, here's the thing that our friend who contacted me and messaged me with the best of intentions of helping, what he probably doesn't know, and that is that the average watch time on our videos is down below 5 minutes. Okay, so the longer videos which we have, and in among my list is do longer videos. The people that those agree to, out of our 161,000 subscribers, are limited. They're not, I don't get 150 subscribers listening, watching my videos where I'm talking for maybe 20 minutes or half an hour. It doesn't happen. So we're trying to meet the needs, the requests of a whole spectrum of different video watchers. Some like the ordinary life aspect of what we do. Others enjoy the more intense discussions that I do in my, what we've affectionately called my late night meanderings. And in those I may discuss a whole series of what I think are interesting, sometimes controversial, sometimes spiritual, sometimes even religious for me. And I do those, and I do them knowing that not everybody is going to like them. In fact, I used to have one man who said, "Oh no, it's war and peace again," indicating that it was a long one. So what's next? Shorter videos. Well, we tried to do shorter videos, and then we get somebody call and say, "Why are you doing short videos?" Well, what's the other one? Don't buy a Raptor. Other one is buy a Raptor. One is buy a used vehicle. Another one is buy new. Another one, do pay by finance. The other, pay by cash. Another, don't mention haters, which we've already do that. And then don't. And right from the start, we've had people who, never mind about the people who are just there to criticize and bring you down, never mind about that. We address that subject because from time to time, because it's interesting, and we do it because there are so many new subscribers coming on week by week. We expect in another week there will be another 3,000 subscribers, the way that it's going right now. So there are people who are constantly coming on who are probably never going to get back to the earlier videos, of which there are now something approaching 8,000 videos. Now, will people who have ordinary busy lives ever be able to watch all of those? No, it's not likely. That touches on another subject. Number your videos, date your videos, number them. And then others say, definitely not. Don't number, don't date your videos. And there are reasons for both. What are you left with in the end? At the end of all of this, what are you left with? You're left with the fact that if your videos don't reach people, if your channel does not please and entertain people, what will happen to it? Well, it will fail. So the success or failure is down to you, whoever you are, and whatever your channel is, in this case us. So it's down to us. Can we blame it on the person who suggested longer videos or shorter videos, or enough about the someone said enough about the Raptor, we've heard all about it, and then others say, please do a lot of videos about trucks and about your VW, because we're excited to see that take its original beauty again. And so there's no appealing to everyone. You have to go with what you think is something which appeals to you. And yes, it does get down to that. Beth and I are the judges of whether something is good, entertaining, informative, of interest. And how will we know? We'll know by the views. And as I've touched on this before, the views tell you what you need to know. Now, a lot of channels that have many more viewers, many more subscribers than we do, post far less videos than we do. Well, that's the way that they see it. And then there are others who perhaps might, I don't know, come up to the same number as we. And everybody is going to stand or fall by what their opinion is and how accurate they were in deciding what to do. So that's all I have time for right now, because I'm up to 40 minutes. and believe it or not, I am trying to keep the minutes down. Bye for now.